Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another fabulous episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Thanks for watching. On behind me is DC's FanDome. You can't really see it because there's quite a glare on the screen. Wow. There it is. It's a little better now. We have just watched the Zack Snyder's Justice League panel, and we got to see a nice little trailer. It was actually a lot longer than what I expected. A lot of footage we've already seen, as has been pointed out to me recently. Of course, a lot of the footage we did see in the theatrical release of Justice League was footage shot by Zack Snyder and then repurposed, recolorized, rebrightened. Some scenes that were meant to be at night were changed to daytime. Costumes that are generally saturated or under-colorized in Zack's work were over-colorized in the Whedon version. So now we're going to see the artistic way Zack meant the movie to be. Whether you're a fan or not, it was certainly evident that the movie we did get to see wasn't the way Zack would have intended it to be, because it didn't look or feel at all like a lot of his other films and other projects. And of course, this is meant to be the culmination of a trilogy that began with Man of Steel. The middle part was BVS, and of course the ending was Justice League. But when Whedon took over, the whole movie changed, the whole project changed, and now we're being told that this version of Justice League won't exist in the DC Extended Universe, but it'll be sort of outside in the multiverse of possibilities that now exist within the DC Universe. Another subject that was talked about at some of the other panels was multiverse, and things like Joker and Justice League existing and the movie universe existing alongside the TV universe. And so all of these versions of happenstances might have happened. In true science, there's a possibility of a multiverse. There are scientists who believe that would really be the only way to actually time travel, and it would be to sort of open a crack to another universe where versions of events are happening differently or in different time periods or in different ways than they have happened before. So that might be an interesting way to look at the multiverse of DC. We saw Henry Cavill, we saw Gal Gadot, we saw Ezra Miller all ask some questions that fans had written in. It was clear it wasn't live. It was recorded to look like it was live, and this was sort of announced before, that a lot of the panels will run live, but that they've been pre-recorded. So after those questions were read, after Zack answered them, silly questions like who's your favorite superhero, to which he answered Dr. Manhattan. Things that we weren't really looking for with a Justice League panel, but they gave us what we wanted, and that was a trailer. And the trailer sort of starts with an awesome shot of Darkseid swinging some sort of axe-type weapon and cuts right to Superman. We see Superman right away. He's in some sort of agony, some sort of pit, some sort of pool. This picture was shared in black and white by Zack a few months ago, and now we see it in full color. I guess this is his resurrection. I'm hoping, as I said before, they do it differently than they did by having Barry activate the box in some way, as they did in the theatrical version. So I'm really hoping for some cool return here. We see that the shot of the Kryptonian leg with a red boot and a red flowing cape that Bruce Wayne is looking at in hologram form is back in the movie. So our arguments can begin again over whether it's the girl, whether it's the leg of Supergirl, a girl's leg, or whether it's a Superman. My guess is it's Superman. I would love nothing more if it would be Supergirl. But since the story sort of revolves around Batman feeling guilty that he almost killed Superman and that he made him his enemy, and he's sort of trying to figure out a way to possibly bring him back or help or use some of his inspiration and hope to birth the Justice League. We see a Hall of Justice sort of torn asunder in the Darkseid scene. So there are a lot of things that we can kind of look forward to seeing. I am assuming this is in an alternate version of the universe where there was a Hall of Justice. We see Superman in his black suit coming out from what could be the Fortress of Solitude, the ship that he used in Man of Steel to first emerge from and fly in that movie. They go back to it. We see him in that. We see many shots that didn't exist in the Whedon cut of Justice League, with the touching, sort of dramatic, even if badly sung version of Hallelujah playing in the background. Very exciting trailer. Lots of things going on, lots of battling. Steppenwolf looking really cool in the scene. that we did see in Whedon's version, but now the newly designed, originally intended design Steppenwolf landing and presumably doing battle with the Justice League the same way as before, and ending with Bruce Wayne saying, I don't care how many demons and how many hells this dark side has fought, he's never fought us, not us united, which is just a great setting for us, looking forward to it on HBO Max in 2021. It will be available in other countries, in places that don't have HBO Max. Zack has said that there is a distribution plan that they are working on to give you your ability to see it if you don't have access to HBO Max. So go watch the trailer again. It's available now. It's on the Superman homepage. It's able to be watched over and over again. It's able to be broken down. You can check it out. A lot of touching scenes with Lois seeing what appears to her to be Superman, even though she knows he's dead, flying above the city. Lois and Martha reuniting, and then Martha, Clark, and Lois reuniting. Some stuff we didn't get to see, and we won't have the strange-looking removed mustache face that we'll have to look at when we see these scenes this time. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a 4-part, 4-hour version on HBO Max, which Zack then says they're also working on a plan to sort of put them all together so that you can watch them as one after the fact. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, always look up in the sky.